Yo, I got Freddy-d at my side. He's a rapper.
What up? What's good? GS Freddy-d, Iron Gates.
What's that GS about?
It's Guy Soldier / Grove Street, the block I'm from. And you know, on the other side, you gotta have the Guy Soldiers, you know, to let us know it's coming from God. We put God first in this one right here.
I understand they call you Hard Times. Tell us about that.
Hard Times. It was like,
Interesting name.
you know, it was put out to try to execute all that bling bling shit, cause everybody's still going through all this poverty and stuff, you know, and not too many people talking about who's not getting right now. You know, it's all about what you got and all of that, and you got people feeling sad about all that shit. So I had to break the hard times barrier on that.
It ain't all hard times though. You got a lot of good and promising things coming up. Like for instance, I understand that you're on your 4th album. It's also available on CD Baby, so check out the kid Freddy-d. Not only that, I noticed that you got music on TowerRecords.com, a lot of outlets. What are some of the places where people can reach out to you and hear some of your music?
Yeah, they can get my book of times at SonyConnect.com, emusic.com, CDBaby.com, iTunes.com. Basically, just Google Hard Times, HARDTYMEZ. You can also check me at myspace.com/FredDub. You know, that's
the internet is an outlet that we have now as artists that we didn't have before. So, like, how is that influencing you? Because you've been rapping for a long time, so I know you've been in here in this game at the point where it wasn't so easy. It wasn't the MySpace. It wasn't the everybody's my friend. You had to go out there and find these people yourself. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like nobody top 8. You can't just connect. So, tell us like how much easier it's become, like how important that is.
Tell you the truth, the internet took us, like me and you, for instance, you know, it get us to put our projects together and meet amongst each other instead of having, you know, the middleman come through. You know, we could, if you like my stuff, I like your stuff, we'll hook up and do some things. You know, you from we from Brooklyn, Long Island, you know, we could do something like that and come in the city where it's at, Harlem, right here in the spot, you know, and do our thing, you know. Without the internet, how would I have my music on CD Baby? How would anybody know me out in Japan, West Bubblefuck, Ireland, wherever the case, you know, the internet did a lot of stuff.
You have a lot of personality. Has anyone ever compared you to someone or maybe said, oh, you remind me of this person?
It's mad controversy. It's crazy because they say it. I'm compared to a lot of people out there. So basically, to keep myself aware of who I am, I keep myself standing on me. So I don't even fall into all of that. You look like this dude, or you sound like this dude, or you jump out of me. Soon as I meet you, you jump at me like this. So I'm just me. So you can tell me because I really want to know who I.
No, I can't really put my finger on it, but it's like I could feel like, or maybe I just feel like I know him. You got a nice personality. What about the music? Are you getting a good response with that?
I'm getting a better response now than I ever did. Doing this joint since like young, like 12 years old and stuff. You know, so many ups and downs that artists could face. So when you find yourself getting immune to failing, you start seeing success become more like a root. So the more water I plant on it, the more it grows. So I can only go as far as what I make for myself. So
you're only gonna get out what you put in. It's been said before, and it's true. And you learned that from experience, though. Taking it back to hard times, I don't know how you feel about me bringing this up, but I read in your blog and stuff like that, and I was reading about your situation, about how times were really hard and how you was struggling. I've even read that he was sleeping out of a car with his mom and his brother, and that's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to come out of that. And what brought you out of that? You think it was the music? Your love for music? I don't know what all music.
Yo, music did it. So like drugs didn't do it. The influence did it. It was music. Constantly hearing myself evolve. Like listening to my old tapes from when I got all the static to hearing myself clear today, and like just saying like, damn. The more I go through, it seems like the more I'm.
That's for
coming
anything.
out.
Like if you in school, you keep going. Eventually, you're gonna graduate. Sometimes you gotta put that time and effort in.
Yeah, I felt like school couldn't teach me nothing. I had to teach me everything. So now I'm ready to go to school, and I got so much on my demeanor and in my mind that I want to discover that I'm going to know what outlets I want to go right to instead of just coming up and going to school just a dull person. No, I know what I want to do and what areas I want to cover. So if it's something I don't really want, I'm going to block it instant. You know, I'm going to do my damn thing like that.
Have you ever been in a situation where somebody was helping you, or was it always just you?
Right now, I like within the last month of meeting them, like for so many times, so many years, from all the people I worked with, you know, they was they was always talking about it, but they was never putting it in action. And this man, the first day I met him, he put it in action. This man right here, turn around to him. Julio, he already know Mr. Freddy-d, he do his damn thing. Come to say, I'm always with his cousin, so come around this. We've been doing it forever. I always been hearing about him, how he's doing it, and his cousin kept saying he gonna get me in there. So I guess timing works with everything. So once you come around like your little negativity and you find yourself on a positive note,
so you happy at your current situation?
I'm more proud today because I just lost my moms and all of that, and I'm still standing here like, what's next for me, instead of sitting there going back into that black hole and just sitting there. I'm here. Word.
Well, that's a lot, man. He got a lot to tell, so I can tell that his music is deep.